In the currency quadrant, taking a look at the September Japanese yen, which finally broke out to the downside from the 5-day channel it's been in, considering some of the currency volatility we've seen in other majors, including the US dollar. It was surprising how well the yen was kind of holding in. Low today broke down through that area of 91.02, which was the low end of the range over the last 5 days or so. The yen having its worst day since the beginning of the month. Some of the flight to safety is clearly coming out of the yen based off of today. If the yen finishes the week lower, it will be the second consecutive week down for the Japanese currency. But considering the previous 5 days, it looked like it was stabilizing, maybe even holding in. Right now, we're looking at a yen down about 1/3 of 1% on the day. The Japanese coincidence index, along with its leading economic index, came in a little bit stronger, both revised higher from the previous reading. This is a final reading for June, and that higher revision was 94.5 versus 92.1 last. That's a pretty strong revision. The coincidence index, basically a measure of economic activity within Japan. Also, their leading economic index, which is sort of a forward-looking index in Japan, final 104.1 versus 102.6. Again, a very good revision for the Japanese economy, probably continuing contributing, I should say, to that breakdown of that 91.02 area, which had been the low of the last 4 or 5 days. Also, U.S. rates are strengthening the dollar. Longer-term interest rates in the U.S. continue to tick higher. On August 19th, the 10-year note was at about 124. Right now, we're seeing it at about 133. And the 30-year was at about 188. Right now, we're seeing that at about 194. So those higher yields strengthening the U.S. dollar, putting pressure on the yen in the cash markets, which obviously affects the futures as well. So overall, a weak day for the Japanese yen, finally breaking out of the last 5 days range.